Now, I myself am a participant in hookup culture, so what I might say might come off hypocritical, but it's also coming from the perspective of someone who's experienced it, lived it, and is now trying to get out of it and find his wife. And I don't think that hookups themselves are a bad thing because you need to be able to learn how to talk to people, learn how to talk to girls, learn what you like about people. But I don't think that hookups are what you should base your life around or what you should be looking for. It should be more just something that happens. You shouldn't go out looking for a hookup. You should go out looking for a wife. And especially if you set boundaries and you communicate with the person, I don't think that's a bad thing, but I think it's something that you need to grow out of really bad. The world that we live in now has really put a different view of love out there than what it really is. Like from reality TV shows like Temptation Island, where you're literally putting couples there to try to get them to cheat on each other, or Love Island, or Too Hot to Handle, or any really reality TV show from when we were kids. Say when we were kids, I'm 19, but I've been watching reality TV with my parents my whole life, and I think it really put an effect in my mind on what dating and hookup culture is. And then dating apps are another thing that I personally don't agree with. I don't use them. I think that there's a big stigma to them. They're used primarily for hookups. I do know some people that have met their wife on dating apps, though. Like my uncle, for example, he met his wife Sarah on a dating app, and I think that it's a beautiful thing. But I think that the modern stigma of dating apps, especially for the younger generation, he's older, so he used it in a more mature way. But younger people use it to try to find someone to hook up with and gain a quick body. And then there's social media, which has a constant influence of pushing all these hot people, showing you all these things that you could have, showing you all these perfect lives that are just lies, because that's all social media is a front. It's media. It is not real. And then with social media, there also comes a lot of things that people call micro cheating. Like one of my friends in his past relationship, he got broken up with because he liked another girl's post. And I think things like that are insecurities. And obviously, you should respect your partner's insecurities, but you also need to be able to live your life and scroll on Instagram and like post without having your entire relationship put in jeopardy. And I think it's had a big effect on love in the modern world. Like, it undervalues real, genuine connection because you're trying to get just a quick connection, a quick body, and leave. And it puts such a value on sex over love. People would rather go fuck and then just never talk to that person again than go on a date and talk and learn about them and make a real connection. And using our parents' generation as an example, they made genuine connections out in the world. They would be dating and getting married before they're 25 or 30. And a lot of people in our generation won't go into a real relationship until they're in their mid 20s. And our parents' generation didn't have social media, they didn't have the internet, they didn't have all these things that we have now. And so there is a change in modern dating, but there shouldn't be a change in genuine connection and love. And I think one of the biggest issues that I've seen is a lot of people in our generation, like when they get into a relationship young, they tend to just try to solve their problems through sex. They would rather just fuck and get it over with and not talk about the issue than communicate with each other and genuinely try to solve what the problem is between them. And then when you're meeting people online, they tend to exaggerate or fake who they are because that's what social media has done to the world, and it goes on dating apps as well. Most people kind of pretend who they are or exaggerate who they are to get people to give them a second chance because they have this constant dopamine hit of scrolling and scrolling and swiping and swiping and swiping and seeing new people and seeing who's hot and oh my god, I want to match with them and them and them and them and them. And it's just hard to build a real connection in a world like that. But I think that there is honestly a super easy fix, and it's to go out into the real world, shoot your shot with a girl that you think is cute, get her number because you met her in real life. You don't need social media. You get her number and you go on real dates to get to know her. And you try to build a real connection with somebody because that's what's going to create real love. And then you just have to be yourself because that's the most important part of any relationship is you have to be able to be yourself, be authentic, do what you love, and love that person, and they need to love you for you. But I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. I love all of you. I hope that y'all all find love, and I hope y'all have a great night.